Dear listeners and watchers, I promised some of you to do a vlog some time ago. I haven't had the chance, so here we are. I have taped two others, but I wasn't sure if they were the right ones to have a first time vlog. So there we are. We're going to start with making Arabic coffee. This is the jazva, and it's supposed to be copper, but I've used it for many times and it's not copper anymore, and I have to figure out how to do it. So here's the cup for the coffee, and there's water in here. So let's start. And I usually add a little bit of sugar. Some people don't. I put just a tiny bit to break down. There we are. The strength of the coffee. And while I'm doing this, this reminds me of the days in Lebanon where the women, after sending their children back to school after lunch, tidying up and cleaning up and washing up, they would get together and make the coffee and gossip, chat, share, give advice, and it was a wonderful time. And then at the end, they would read cups if they had a cup reader amongst their midst. And from what I understand, nowadays it's become very popular with the generation or something. Anyway, so here we're making the coffee. And so that will give me a little bit of a prop. Currently, the reason I want to do this now is because I'm in the middle of another transition. Where I live now is the fourth country I have been living in, and I'm planning on moving to a fifth one at this ripe young age. So there's a lot going on, and the final signing of the paperwork will happen the first week or the second week in April. I've already found the house where I'm moving in. Because I don't want to leave immediately. I need to make plans and figure out things, then travel some more and look at some other places. I was in Mexico, Puerto Vallarta last November, December, and it didn't suit me because it was too humid and I was coughing a lot, and I never cough. So we're going to have another try this time. So there's a few places in the US I'm checking, and also I'm checking a couple of places in Mexico, which I will have time to do when I move to my new temporary house. So let's put some coffee in here. This coffee, I'm smelling it, it's delicious. It's from Kuwait, and a friend of mine who was visiting his brother in Kuwait got it for me. And it's with cardamom, and it's delicious. So I use it like a masung. So some of you would know what masung is. So there we are. And we have to wait until it boils. And let's see if I can read the cups. So let me see. Yes, it's boiling now. So I have to be careful. Otherwise, it will just pop up very quickly and mess up everything. There we are. So let me pour this here. Usually, if there's more than one, you fill it half, and then you twirl the jazva, and then I've been taping my Anahit's Mediterranean kitchen dishes. So let's try it here. And so let me show you my lovely patio. So here are some of the plants with butterflies. And we can go up there a little bit. And that's a lovely Andalusian gate painted. And let's go down. And that's a jasmine plant which will flower in May. And here are some lovely plants which are ready to flower in a month or so. So these are some more. This is some more. And this is the entrance. There we are. So now let's turn this the other way. Let's drink the coffee. So let's lower this a little bit. There we are. Today I decided I'm going to do this without makeup. I didn't want to be bothered. So here, Harametek. I have very fond memories of Lebanon because I lived there at the best of times. And it's such a shame what's going on in there now because I have some former classmates who are still living there. And I don't know how they're managing, but there you are. One set of grandparents came from Musada, and another set were from Kesab. And this is delicious, this coffee. And my parents were born in Syria. I was born in Lebanon. And my sons were born in San Francisco. So 4 generations, 4 countries. And I think we're the true gypsies, if you check things out. I don't know how this vlog is going to go. And I'm going to try to tell stories, what happened yesterday. I went and signed the paperwork between me and the buyer, who is a German lady who does not want to change anything in the house, and she wants to run it as a business like I did. So I'm quite happy with that. And I found a lovely little house with an amazing terrace, which most probably some of my cooking will happen. Excuse me, I have to drink this before it gets too cold. I don't like cold coffee. Yeah, I've lived here for 21 years, 21 years and a half, something like that. And I love it here. And the only reason I'm leaving is because it's becoming too much for me to travel to the US to see my family, my grandchildren. And between the length of the travel and the jet lag is starting to affect me a lot. It's taking me between 16 and 17 days to adjust my body. So it's becoming too much. And I'd like to see them more often than once a year. And they can come and visit me as well. So I think it's a good plan. But everybody thinks that I'm a bit crazy at this age making another move by myself. But I'm not really alone here. I've had so many friends. When I came here, I didn't know anybody and I did not know the language, which is Spanish. I'm in Spain. And it's been an amazing experience. I live in a beautiful town, which has become very touristy, like most other beautiful places. And in a beautiful house, which was ruined when I took over and I did it up. Now it's a little paradise, at least for me it is. And then I have so many friends from all nationalities, and everybody is helping me out, which is wonderful. It's the Mediterranean. It's what I'm used to: the generosity and the kindness and the helpfulness of the people. I really don't feel alone here. I'm surrounded by very good people. Like whenever I need something, I call somebody, the next day they're there. Or if it's an emergency, they're there the same day. I'm going to miss all of them, but with WhatsApp, then we can keep in touch. So it's not going to be that bad. What else to talk about while I'm drinking the coffee? Um, Yesterday I went to my house, the new house that I'm going to live in. It's not new, it's old, and it's 3 floors. You enter in the living room. Most probably I'm going to show you around there. And it's an old place. And then on the 3rd floor, there's a beautiful terrace. The terrace itself is okay, but the views are amazing. So I'm pretty happy that I'm going to go there. And the people that I took away from them, they just wanted someone to look after their house while they were away to another country. So it's worked perfectly. And then I have the storage sorted out before people come and pick it and take it on ships and ship them somewhere where I don't have no idea where it is now. I have the money transfer people ready to transfer monies once I get them. And what can I say? I'm surrounded by goodwill and love, and I'm a very lucky woman. Um, how many of you do this? How many of you have coffee, Arabic coffee, sit there and chat with friends, family? Um, it's kind of a focus, and I read that it became popular over 500 years ago because the cafe actually started in Ethiopia, but the Ottoman Empire, they figured out how to make the coffee and started making it, and then it took over and became popular. And of course, with the Ottoman Empire, it spread everywhere. The first time that I read cup, Arabic cup, I was at university at AUB, and friend of mine and I sat there in the cafeteria and we were chatting and we had coffee. And then I said, "Let me read your cup." I had never done that before. I think I was 18 years old. And so I did that. And she said, "Where did you learning?" And I said, all the women in my family, both mother's side and father's side, they all read cups. So maybe it's come through with, with the genes. I don't know. So here, the way you turn it, you leave a little bit of sediment at the bottom here. And then I think there's a ceremony or ritual or something. I don't know what it is. And then you turn it. You can do it this way or you turn it upside down. I like the challenge. There we are. So we have to wait for a few minutes until it dries up. And then we'll see. My cup is always bad. Not bad. It's like it's always messy, all kinds of things. I get just like my life. I'm all over the place, traveling everywhere. Life is strange, isn't it? You have no idea how things will turn out. You think you're on a certain path, and then like you're going happily, and then that something comes and hits you, and then all of a sudden you're off on a different tangent. Um, I feel lucky that I've lived in all the countries that I lived in at the best of times. I left Lebanon in 71. It was a marvelous place at that time. Then I went to San Francisco. It was the end of the hippie movement, and the streets in Berkeley were filled with hippies dancing, hair flying everywhere. And one time I saw there was this trend of people running naked. And I remember the first time I saw one man like that, my eyes had popped out and I was like, and my mouth. And there was a man standing there and I saw him laughing at my face, how I looked looking at that guy. So those were good times. Now it's become too expensive, too many issues. It wasn't like that in 71. Then I went to England. I was there 6, 7 years, and then I've been here, and I can say this is the best place I've lived. It's not a big town, it's a small town, but it's got everything. It has so many cultural activities going on. It's amazing for a small place like this. Is it time to check the coffee? Let's have a look. Ooh, there you are. Can you make anything out of that one? Let's see. Any cup readers out there reading my future? There we have it. And then I have to show you the bottom also. Usually the bottom of my cups are always black. So this one is pretty good. And I see kind of I'm taking off on a long journey, which is going to be kind of curvy. I don't know what that means. And there's another one, which is going to be lots of partying, which I'm throwing a party, by the way, the last Saturday of this month. And I've invited a lot of people. So we're going to have champagne. We're going to have lots of food, lots of drinks. Everybody is bringing something, so I'm very much looking forward to it. And a week from then, I have to leave the house, so might as well enjoy it. So all is good. Coffee cup looks good. I'm happy and healthy, and I hope you are the same way. And if you're not, try to find things to make yourselves happy, because our days are numbered. So here is my best wishes for you. Take care.